that's here? Our Shah Purim. This is the closing. We had a blessed day yesterday. We had the Nicanor also on Sunday. So we coming again together and go over these scriptures. We went over all, but we still going to start at the end of Esther to know what we're here for. But like we always do, we're going to start off with Colossians 3:17. Got that up there. Colossians chapter 3, verse 17.
Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. Whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Abba and the Father by him.
So whatever we do in word or deed, this is the Father that's up in heaven, in his Son's name, Mashiach Yahushua, who the word called Jesus Christ. So we about to again touch over the last parts of Esther and still touch on a couple of scriptures going through, dealing with how our people deal with this high holy day and how we brought our people together in righteousness and keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. So we're going to start at Esther chapter 9, verse 26. That's Esther chapter 9, verse 26.
Book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 26. Wherefore they call these days Purim.
What?
Purim.
So again, we are at the closing of Purim. Go ahead.
After the name of Pur. Therefore, for all the words of this letter and of that which they had seen concerning this matter, and which had come unto them.
So that's it. Because everything that was written in the letter of Esther and through these scriptures, we're going to come and always celebrate these days. The high holy days, which is Purim, Nicanor, the tabernacles, Sabbath days, everything recorded in Leviticus 23. Go ahead.
Verse 27. The Jews ordained and took upon them and upon their seed and upon all such as joined themselves unto them.
Pause. So this is what our heritage was. So we took this stuff upon us. All nations didn't take this upon themselves. Christianity has this Bible, but they don't even try to keep Purim. They don't try to keep the Sabbath day, as the Most High intended for us to keep it. Go ahead.
So as it should not fail, that they would keep these 2 days according to their writing.
According to the what?
According to their writing.
That's why the Most High gave us these scriptures, so we can keep these high holy days. This is our heritage. Go ahead.
And according to their appointed time every year.
So this is our appointed time every year. What month is this right now? What month are we in?
February.
Well, Adar. No problem, no problem. But right now, it is the Gregorian calendar with February, but we always deal with the Most High time. So right now, we're in the month of Adar, which is the 14th and the 15th day. Go ahead.
Verse 1. And that these days should be remembered.
Should be what?
Should be remembered.
And that's what we're doing right now. We're remembering these days that's written in the scriptures. Go ahead.
And kept throughout every generation.
How long?
Throughout every generation.
So that's even right. If we put seeds on this planet, our seeds is going to keep this until the Most High decides to send his son back. We should be glad and blessed that the Most High gave our heritage back unto us, that we can keep these high holy days and do what's written in Judges 5, rehearse the righteous acts. Go ahead.
Every family, every province, and every city, and that these days of Purim should not fail from among the Jews.
And that's what we're doing. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in New York, China, Russia, no matter where we're scattered at through these 4 corners, we're supposed to be keeping this day. No matter what day they decide to throw it on, but hey, remember it, keep it. Because you know we got different doctrines. Some people go by the dark moon, some people go by the full moon, sliver moon, but we still going to keep this day, rehearsing the righteous acts. Go ahead.
Nor the memorial of them that perish from their seed. Verse 29. Then Esther the queen, the daughter of Abihail, and Mordecai the Jew, wrote with all authority to confirm this second letter of Purim.
They wrote a second letter. So they man wanted to make sure they established this with the children of Israel. Go ahead.
And he sent the letters unto all the Jews to the 127 provinces of the kingdom of Ahasuerus.
Now they was in captivity as well. And they still kept the Purim. Just to the day that we in our captivity. And we're going to keep the Purim.
That's right.
This is the letter that he sent through 127 promises. It's scriptures, the Bible. Go ahead.
with words of peace and truth.
And we already know what the truth is. What's the truth?
Law.
What can I find in it?
Psalms.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. When we speak, we gotta make sure we always use these scriptures. We know the truth is the law, but just get it real quick. Psalms 119, verse 142.
That's it.
Book of Psalms 119, verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness.
And that's what he just said a minute ago, through generation. This is a righteous thing to do. Keep the Purim. This is a righteous thing. The Most High set this up. Go ahead.
And thy law.
The what?
And thy law.
Everything that's written in the scriptures are laws we must keep. Go ahead.
Is the truth.
That's what the truth is. So nobody can have their own truth. Only a fool want to walk around leading upon his own understanding. The Most High got his understanding and he gave it to us in these scriptures. Let's go back to Esther.
Look at Esther chapter 9, verse 31. To confirm these days of Purim in their time appointed, according as Mordecai the Jew had enjoined them. And as they had decreed for themselves and for their seed the matters of the fasting and their cry.
So this is another thing that we're going to touch on a little bit tonight. Fasting. That was a powerful thing that they did. When you fast for the Most High, and Christ already told us when you fast and prayer, that accomplishes a lot. So we got to get back into fasting. We can't just wait till the Day of Atonement to fast. There's other days we can fast on through the week as well. Keep going.
Verse 32. And the decree of Esther confirmed these matters of Purim, and it was written in the book.
What book y'all think it was written in? What book? How do we know this is the book of the law? What scripture tells me that this is the book of the law? Let's get it real quick. Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. Now, we're going to go over a lot of scriptures tonight, but at the same time, going over these scriptures, I want everybody to write these scriptures down. So when somebody asks you for the hope that's in you, you can always show them a scripture. 1 Peter 4:11 say, let any man speak as the oracles of the Most High. So you should be using these scriptures to speak for you. Con? All right, let's get it. Baruch chapter 4, verse 1.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments.
So what?
This is the book of the commandments.
Go ahead.
Of the Most High. And the law that endureth forever.
There you go again. The law is always going to endure forever. Keep going.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
Pause. Everybody that keep the laws of these scriptures are going to come to life. We was once in a dead state, not knowing who we were. We walked around thinking that we knew who we were, calling ourselves African American, Haitian, Jamaican, Benjamin. I mean, not Benjamin, but Bahamian, East Indian, not East Indian, but American Indian. All these different names that the heathens put on us. Most High never called us these things. But go ahead.
But such as leave it shall die.
So when we left the laws of the Most High, we died, not realizing that. But we came back to our heritage. He even told Jeremiah, you're going to lose your heritage. But let's go back to Esther. Chapter 10. Let's finish it off with these last two verses.
The book of Esther, chapter 10, verse 1. And the king of Assur tribute upon the land and upon the isles of the sea. And all the acts of his power and of his might and the declaration of the greatness of Mordecai whereunto the king advanced him, are they not written in the book of the chronicles of the kings of Media and Persia? For Mordecai the Jew was next unto King Ahasuerus, and great among the Jews, and accepted of the multitude of his brethren, seeking the wealth of his people and speaking peace to all his seed. So that's where we at right now. We're at the end of Purim. This is the closing of Purim. We went through the whole story last night. Minister Shalomar did. It's still good to constantly read through that to see the acts that took place, to know what your heritage is. Your heritage is. We're going to touch on a couple of scriptures that's dealing with other sisters, not just Esther, who the Most High put power in her hand. He also put a hand in other sisters' power, righteous sisters. They kept these law, statutes, and commandments.
It was found faithful with doing the work. And going through these scriptures, again, that's why we must study Isaiah 34:16 real quick. Because we're going through these scriptures, we sit up here, but always can't take our word for it. One must always study for themselves. And the scriptures tell us that. Isaiah 34:16. Let's get a couple scriptures on that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Most High and read.
Pause. So if you want life, it just told you in Baruch 1, this is the book of the life. So if you want this life, guess what you got to do? You got to seek out of that book and read it. Apply it to your life. Don't just go around being men pleasers, and your actions must follow as well. This is part of our actions right now. Taking part in the feast, which was brought to our generation through generation. Some people not here right now. The people that's out on that block, they don't know who they are. That's our job, to go out there and tell them who they are. Men and the women, not just the men, but you sisters, when you at work or through your daily lives, your light should shine before these people so they know who you are. Come on.
Matthew verse 30, chapter 13, verse 16, 17.
Come on. Let's finish that off real quick. We're going to get that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Most High and read.
Go ahead.
No one of these shall fail.
None of the prophecies is going to fail in this book. No matter how you think about it, and because they don't believe, these prophecies come true day in and day out. That's it on that? Yeah, go ahead.
None shall want her mate.
For
my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered
these books together. His mouth commanded these scriptures to come together, and his mouth commanded this thing. And what you call that? Matthew 13?
Yeah, chapter 13, verse 16 to 17.
Let's get that real quick.
The book of St. Matthew, verse 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Verse 17. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see.
So a lot of people didn't know what was about to come to be. Prophets wanted to see what happened at this day and age. Hamashiach coming on the scene. You hear me? Keep going.
And have not seen them. And to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them.
Keep going, the last one.
18. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sword.
And that's what we're doing. We're sowing seeds right now. So when you go out in the street, you're supposed to sow that seed. And that's what you about to start going into. Sowing the seed, dealing with the prophets. Dealing with the prophets of what they said. And that's why when we go out there on the streets and teach. And again, it's not just for the men, it's also for the sisters to apply it to their lives. So when you out there doing these things, you can be like Esther. You can be like Judah. And the other powerful sisters that's written of in the scriptures. So when people see you guys, guess what? They know who you belong to. You belong to the Most High. You're the daughters of Zion. Just how they knew who Esther was. Let's get that real quick. We want to start with, what is that? Let me get Luke, verse 8, 1 and 3. Chapter 8, verse 1, it's like. Is that what I want? Let me see it first. Nah, that ain't what I want. Let me get Romans 16:1. That's it. Mark it right. Romans chapter 16, verse 1. That's what I want. Got it?
The book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 1. I commend unto you, Phoebe, our sister.
Who?
Phoebe, our sister.
Go ahead.
Which is a servant of the church, which is at Centra.
So this is another sister, a servant in the church. So our sisters just didn't sit around and do nothing. They was also serving, putting in that work. Go ahead.
That ye receive her in the Most High, as becoming saints.
As what?
As becoming saints.
And who are the saints? What scripture proves that? Again, we proving things in here tonight.
Psalm 148 and 16.
You sure? You sure?
Psalm 50 above. What?
148 and 14.
All right, because I'm about to say, we call them actual scriptures out.
149 and 1.
We're going to get both of those real quick. Go ahead and read that. Yeah, 148, 14.
The Psalms, chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of what? The praise of all his saints.
What was Phoebe? Phoebe was also a saint. So it's not just, again, not just for the men, it's for our sisters too. So in the recap of this, I'm going to go around and ask questions of these scriptures. And I'm going to be calling on sisters. I hope y'all know these scriptures. I'm going to put y'all on the spotlight tonight. Go ahead.
Even of the children of Israel.
Of what?
Even of the children of Israel.
That's everybody included. That's everybody. Keep going.
A people near unto him.
Praise
ye the Most High.
Let's get the next one. Run into the right into the next one. So when somebody asks you about the saints, you know where you can find the saints at. Psalms 148 and 14. And we can keep going into 49, because if they don't believe that one, okay, let's keep reading.
In Psalm chapter 149, verse 1. Praise ye the Most High, sing unto the Most High a new song.
Yep.
And his praise in the congregation of saints.
The what?
And his praise in the congregation of saints.
There it go again. Keep going.
Let Israel who? Let Israel who? Let Israel.
All right, keep going.
Rejoice in him that made him.
Okay, he made our forefather Israel. We come out of Israel. He had 12 sons, the 12 patriarchs. That's who we descend from. Them 12 kids. Let's go back real quick. Go on Romans 16.
Romans chapter 16, verse 2. That ye receive her in the Most High as becoming saints, and that ye assist her in whatsoever business she hath need of you.
What?
Whatsoever business she hath need of you.
So this is one of the things we should do as brethren to our wife. Look out for them. If they ask us for help in these scriptures, help them out. Or any business dealing with in this world. Go ahead.
For she hath been a sorcerer of many.
What's the definition? A helper. There you go. Secure of things. Go ahead.
And of myself also. Great Priscilla and Aquila, my helpers in Mashiach Yahushua.
And there was more sisters helping out in that thing. So it wasn't just her, and this is in the New Testament. But we about to get a story real quick dealing with another powerful sister. Let's go to Judith. What chapter I want to start? Let's start at 7:30. Let me get 49 first, so we get some understand what's going on in the book of Judith. Everybody got their apocryphals on? 4:30. 49, so like 49.
Book of Judith, chapter 4, verse 9. Then every man of Israel died with great fervency, and with great vehemency did they humble their souls.
All right, pause right there. Now he threw out two words real quick. Read the words again.
Verse 9. Then every man of Israel cried to the Most High with great fervency.
Pause. Define that word for me. What does the fervency mean? Because you crying out for the Most High, this is what we do. You got to do it in fervency. Now, one of the Akim already went over prayers. I hope everybody watched that video. That was a good video dealing with how we should even pray to the Most High. The steps we should use to pray to the Most High. Somebody define that for me real quick. Look it up real quick. Come on, see what you get.
Feelings of great warmth and intensity. Some examples. He spoke with great ardor, ferventness, fervor, ardor, or there's no words to follow.
Yeah, and that intensity though, that intensity with passion when you speak to the Most High and you crying out. And the next word, go ahead.
And with great vehemency.
And what does that word mean? Because we read these scriptures, well, when you come to certain words you don't know, you might have to look them up to get the understanding of what the scripture is talking about. Somebody look that up for me real quick.
Also another term for intensity and passion.
Exactly. When you pray and have that passion.
Like what a force it is.
Exactly. Because there's New Testament scriptures say you're supposed to come through the throne seat boldly, asking for grace, knowing that you ain't about nothing. I'm gonna find that later, but jump to verse 13.
Verse 13. So the Most High heard their prayers.
Did what?
So prayers.
So you gotta come to that throne seat boldly, but also being humble with it. Keep going.
And look upon their afflictions.
Did what?
And look upon their afflictions. For the people fasted many days in all Judea.
Did what?
For the people fasted many days in all Judea.
So that's one of the things we want to go into, fasting. What can fasting do for you? Because that's what they did in Esther. They fasted. How many days did they fast in Esther? Come on, sis. How many? Come on. I like that. Sister calling them out. All the questions from now on are directed to the sisters. That's who I'm directing all my questions to. So if I need something, look it up. Since you got your phone out, look it up. So they fasted for 3 days in Esther. And this is a powerful thing. Christ said, to cast out certain demons, you need to fast and prayer on that thing. You feel me? So Christ knew what was going on. These scriptures talk about fasting. So we need to start fasting a little bit more. They called for a fast last year, was it? For all Israel to fast? But what was we fasting for? Just to call out a fast to fast? Huh?
It was just to get out of here.
But one day, Esther said, let's do it for 3 days. But we're going to read how Judah did. Judah said, I'm going to fast if it ain't the Sabbath or a new moon. Let's get it real quick. Judah 7:30. I think that's where it's at. That's it. Let's go to Judah 8:13. Let's read that real quick. All right. So start at 12.
The book of Judah, chapter 8, verse 12. And now, who are ye that have tempted the Most High this day, and stand instead of the Most High among the children of men?
Pause. Let's go up to the top. Start at the beginning of 8:1. Let's go back to the 8:1.
The book of Judah, chapter 8, verse 1. Now at the time of Judith heard thereof, which was the daughter of Merari, the son of Ox, the son of Joseph, the son of Oziel, the son of Elkiah, the son of Ananias, the son of Gideon, the son of Raphim, the son of Acto, the son of Eliud, the son of Eliab, the son of Nathaniel, the son of Samuel, the son of Salasidah, the son of Israel.
Pause right there. Now, I don't know if y'all know this. I don't know if y'all ever heard us do this before. We go through a thing called our registry. We always say our registry. I don't know if you heard it before. For example, real quick. I'm a one Kadash. Which one y'all want to do the registry? Matter of fact, hold on. Malachi, do the registry real quick. I'm gonna let Malachi do it. The only reason I'm gonna let Malachi do it because he got an extra part in it. Because go ahead, show him real quick, Malachi. And this is part of our registry. This is what the men do. So it's letting you know it's not just the men who have a registry. The women also have a registry. Come on, go ahead, Malachi. Basic, let them know. Basic.
Malachi, Bun Shalimar, Bun Yum, Bun Yasharala.
So right now, he's the second generation. So he's going to add his father in the mix. Now, if he was a third generation, father, then on to Benjamin, then Israel. That's what y'all just heard. The same thing we just read, that's what he just did. Most of us just first generation. If Karash did, he got a seed now. So she should go around saying her registry, knowing that who she is. Ariel got a son. The priest got a son now. So these men should know their registry going through. Yeah, other I can come soon, you too. Yeah, keep reading.
Verse 2. And Manasseh was her husband of her tribe and kindred,
Go ahead.
who died in the barley harvest.
Uh-huh.
Whereas he stood overseeing them that bound sheaves in the field. The heat came upon his head, and he fell on his bed and died in the city of Bethulia.
So her husband was a wealthy man at this time, and he died. And she had the belongings passed on to her. We'll keep going.
And they buried him with his fathers in the field between Dothaim and Balamon.
Uh-huh.
So Judith was a widow in her house 3 years and 4 months.
Uh-huh.
And she made her tent upon the top of her house, and put on sackcloth upon her loins, and wear her widow's apparel.
So how long you said? For 3 years and 4 months, she dressed in sackcloth. She just wore this thing, but keep going.
Verse 6. And she fasted all the days of her widowhood.
Pause. Did what?
And she fasted all the days of her widowhood.
So that's for 4 years and 4 months. She was fasting. And see how she keep going.
Save the eve of the Sabbath.
So on the eve of the Sabbath, she would eat. Why she ate on the Sabbath day? Not the men. I want the sisters to answer it. On what? Why she did it? But what we do on the Sabbath day? What the Sabbath day is? It's a feast day. Keep going.
And the Sabbath and the eves of the new moons.
And what is the new moon? What we do on the eve of the new moon? So these are the only times she ate. So between them periods, she wasn't eating at all. She waited till these high holy days came up, then I eat.
And the new moon.
Not you.
When it says Sabbath, it's not referring to the 7-day Sabbath. It's referring to all the holy days, right?
No, it lets you know on the eve of the Sabbath, it's going through it. On the eve of the Sabbath, that's Friday night. So if you come here Friday night when we have a class, we can feast that night.
And it says in the new moon.
Yeah, also that's another Sabbath day. But it lets you know this is a new moon Sabbath.
But I'm saying for 3 years, Passover fell on it.
Yeah, and she ate.
But that's what I'm saying. When the Bible uses the word Sabbath, it doesn't necessarily mean 7-day Sabbath.
It also means, that's why I broke it down for you. It's not just, it's like, it's the 7th-day Sabbath,
right,
and also the new moon,
right,
which is also a Sabbath, but it's clarifying.
Right,
new moon.
Right.
It's clarified for you.
Evidently, she would have to on Passover, so
it's plural. Exactly.
And I would say, and the feasts and solemn feast days.
We ain't get there yet. Don't slow down. We gonna get to it. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. But all in all, this sister did this though for 4 years and 3 months. So on the first day of the week, if it wasn't a new moon or Saturday, guess what she was doing? Fasting. The next day, the second day, which we call Monday, guess what she was doing? Fasting. Third day, Tuesday, guess what she fasting. Until it come around again. Oh, here's the eve of the Sabbath. I'm going to be with my occupants. It's a holy gathering. Let me eat now.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. Yeah.
For 4 years and 3 months, she did this thing. This is her widowhood.
3 years.
3 years, 4 months.
3 years, 4 months. Slide. Who had their hand up?
So the people that was like fasting, I think it was Daniel or something. Somebody was fasting, like they used to fast like every 2 weeks or something like that. So they would eat on the Sabbath, but then.
But we already know why we're going to eat on the Sabbath day. Why? It's a feast day. It's a law.
Right.
So if you want to feast all week when it comes to the Sabbath, guess what you got to do? Eat, because it's the law. We went over that before. You can be vegan all year round. But when it comes to the Passover, guess what you got to do? Eat that lamb.
That's right.
You can't get around it because this is what the law tells us. That's why I started with group 4:1. If you want to come to life, guess what you got to do? Sisters, what you got to do if you want life? No, sisters.
You probably sit on the wrong side.
Relax. So, sisters, I'm about to call on some names, y'all ain't answering. Thea, if you want life, what you got to do?
I wasn't here the first part of the service, so I'm just going to apologize.
No, you was here. You was here when I went over that.
You said it wasn't Baruch. I didn't.
Say what?
You just said Baruch. We're still in the back, so I was just referencing what that person said when I was in here. I'm sorry.
You was here for group 4:1. Let's get group 4:1 again, so next time she know. Hold Judith. Let's get group 4:1. So you can hear it, so your little one can hear it, so everybody can hear it. Let's get it.
The book of Purim, chapter 4, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
This is the book of the commandments of the Most High.
Yep.
And the law that endures forever.
All these laws are going to endure forever. Leviticus 23 is going to endure forever. Every law that's written in Leviticus 23, these are all our holy days. The Passover, the tabernacle, and all these are feast days. Keep going.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
So if you want life and you want to enter into that kingdom, guess what you got to do? Keep these laws. If you don't want life, it's cool. Because obviously you ain't going to keep these laws. It's not going to be near and dear to your heart. Keep going.
But such as leave it shall die.
That's plain and simple. Let's go back to Judas. It was at 6, verse 6.
With Judas, chapter 8, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And she fasted all the days of her widowhood, save the eves of the Sabbath, and the Sabbaths, and the eves of the new moon, and the new moons.
You hear that? It just let you know it's plural. S. Plurals. So all the new moons. The evenings of them and during them. Keep going.
And the feasts and solemn days of the house of Israel.
So that's everything written in Leviticus 23. And it just summed it up for you. Everything that's written in the law, this is what she did it all. These are our solemn feast days. Keep going.
She was also a goodly countenance and very beautiful to behold. And her husband Manasseh had left her gold and silver and men servants and maid servants and cattle and lands, and she remained upon them.
So, and this is all she did. She had all this wealth, and she was still walking around with sackcloth on because she was in her widowhood. This is the story of Judah. This is one of our sisters who fasted. Keep going.
Verse 8. And there was none that gave her an ill word, for she feared the Most High greatly.
Did what?
Verse 8. And there was none that gave her an ill word, for she feared the Most High greatly.
And that's what we want to walk around doing. That nobody can give an ill word about us. Because we always found no matter where we go, no matter where they see us at, our lights shine before. So that means no matter where we at, we got our fringes on. We just can't wait till the Sabbath and high holy days to throw our fringes on. Everybody in the world don't know we Israelites because we hide our fringes. That's a powerful thing to have them fringes on. Because when you look down at them, you know, guess what? I can't go off. I can't break these laws because I want life. And everything always going to step back to Baruch 4:1. Keep going.
Verse 9. Now when she heard the evil words of the people against the governor, that they fainted for lack of water, for Judith had heard all the words that Ozias had spoken unto them.
Pause. So right now we're in the midst of a story where a king tried coming up against Israel. And the king heard a lot of different stuff of how he could get rid of them. And one of the things, since we was on our here, was our waterways. So they cut our water off. And just like the children of Israel, how they always do, oh, we can't get no water. Same thing when we was in the wilderness. Oh, we're thirsty. He brought us out here to kill us. Moses! And they doing that towards the Most High. They're cursing God in a sense. Because they ain't believing on him no more. They want to cry. And Judah, being a righteous woman, heard it's like, really? Because that dude said, guess what? In 5 days, if the Most High don't answer us, we're going to go ahead and go to the other king. And we're just going to give up the fight. And they did an awful thing. They tempted the Most High when they did that. Keep going.
With Judah chapter 8, verse 9. Now when she heard the evil words of the people against the governor, that they fainted for lack of water, for Judith had heard all the words that Ozias had spoken unto them, and that he had sworn to deliver the city unto the Assyrians after 5 days.
Go ahead.
Then she sent her waiting woman that had the government of all things that she had, to call Ozias and Jabris and Charmis, the ancients of the city.
So right now she said, you know what? Since she had a gang of handmaids, she told one of her handmaids, hey, go get the elders and the priests and the high men. Bring them to me real quick. I want to talk to them. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And they came unto her, and she said unto them, hear me now, O ye governors of the inhabitants of Bethulia. For your words that ye have spoken before the people this day are not right.
They're what?
Are not right.
Go ahead.
Touching this oath which ye made and pronounced between the Most High and you, and have promised to deliver the city to our enemies, unless within these days the Most High turned to help you. And now, who are ye that have tempted the Most High this day?
Did what?
Who are ye that have tempted the Most High this day?
Now, well, we heard that before. Should you tempt the Most High? Who else told us that? It was a great man that walked this earth that said, no, you shouldn't tempt the Most High. Who said that? Who?
Yahweh.
What he said to that? When he was on the mountain, dealing with Hashatan.
That's right. That's Luke.
When he was going through that prophecy and battling Hashatan, this is one of the things that came out. Jump off. Surely the angel was grab you where you would not dash your foot on the stone. Don't tempt the Most High like that. What's wrong with you? I already saw you on the one you was looking for the law on that.
Yeah, I was gonna go to Exodus 23 when they said don't take Yahweh shine wilderness.
You got it? You want to get that one? 23?
I think it's 23, 21, but it doesn't say the temple.
Huh?
It was just telling them, they were just warning the people not to tempt Yahweh shine.
Huh, we just still gonna get it because where it's written at?
Exodus 23, 21.
No, I'm just saying it's written in the law, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the laws we should keep. Exodus 23.
Exodus chapter 23, verse 21. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not.
What?
Provoke him not.
So by saying, you know what, after 5 days, if the Most High don't help us, guess what? We'll give ourselves up. Most High said, oh, for real? Okay. I ain't gonna do nothing. You don't provoke me. You can't provoke the Most High like that. Keep going.
For he will not pardon your transgression.
He will what?
For he will not pardon your transgression.
Saying that craziness, guess what? I'll let it happen to you. Just because you just tried me like that. Keep going.
For my name is in him.
Come on. Let's go back to Jude. Matter of fact, let's get it one more.
What you were looking for is from Luke chapter 4, verse 9. Start with verse 9.
Well, let's get it too. Because I was about to go to the New Testament too. Let's get that first, and then we'll go to Corinthians. You said 21 verse 9, right?
No, Luke chapter 4, verse 9 to 11. Verse 12.
Book of Luke?
Yeah, chapter 4, verse 12.
Verse 9 to 12.
So we can say Luke chapter 4, verse 9. And he brought him to Jerusalem and set him on a pinnacle of the temple and said unto him, if thou be the Son of the Most High,
What?
if thou be the Son of the Most High, cast thyself down from hence. For it is written, he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Now, if you ain't sure in this word, guess what some people might do? Jump. You got some pastors that say, guess what? The lion won't eat me, and get in the cage with the lion. This was on the news. This dude was a pastor, and he thought he was good at it. Surely the Most High will not let this lion eat me. Hopped in the cage, and guess what happened? Wow, lion ate him. Start clawing and mauling him. Because he tried the Most High. Keep going up.
Verse 12. And Yahweh answering said unto him, it is said, thou shalt not tempt the Most High thy power.
You should not what?
Thou shalt not tempt the Most High thy power.
And that's what we can't do. You can't tip the Most High that power. Because when you do that, at that time, he's going to, that's done God for you. You must not want life if you're tempting him. That's part of the law. Let's go back to Judith.
Look at Judith, chapter 8, verse 12. And now, who are ye that have tempted the Most High this day, and stand instead of the Most High among the children of men?
Yep.
And now try the Most High Almighty.
Did what?
And now try the Most High Almighty.
Man, you just tried me. This is what we say. That's how you know these are black. They using the same terminology. You tried me on what? You just tried the Almighty Lord? Keep going.
But ye shall never know anything.
What?
Anything.
You ain't gonna know nothing because you're trying. Since you think you know, you ain't gonna know nothing because you don't know how the Most High think and how he operates. Keep going.
For ye cannot find the depth of the heart of man, neither can ye perceive the things that he thinketh?
Uh-huh.
Then how can ye search out the Most High, that hath made all these things, and know his mind, or comprehend his purpose? Nay, my brethren, provoke not the Most High our power to anger.
And this is what they was doing in this process, by saying his foolishness. Our forefathers did some wild stuff. You had righteous men in the midst of them, and righteous women that'll go and let them know, you can't do stuff like that. Keep going.
For if he will not help us within these 5 days, he has power to defend us when we will, and even every day, or to destroy us before our enemies.
So he gave them a choice. He could do whatever he wanted to do. He could defend us or he could destroy us. But don't tempt them. Tempting them going to definitely make them destroy us and scatter us amongst the people. And that's why we scattered now, because we ain't want to keep his law. Keep going.
Do not bind the counsels of the Most High our power, for the Most High is not as man, that he may be threatened.
If you don't do it, you threatening me? You can't try the Most High like this. This is part of the wisdom and knowledge that's written in these scriptures. It's good to know the law, but if you're not applying the law, what use is it to you? We got to apply these laws every day. Keep going.
Neither is he as the Son of Man, that he should be wavering. Therefore, let us wait for salvation of him.
Do what?
Therefore, let us wait for salvation of him.
Keep going.
And call upon him to help us, and he will hear our voice if it please him.
Now, I'm going to ask a quick question. A king spoke to us about this very same thing, by crying out to the Lord, and he will help and deliver us if we do what he's supposed to do. Where can I find that at in the scripture? Come on, let's get it real quick.
The book of First Kings.
Hold up. Again, we dealing with fasting and prayer. We got a brother just did a class on prayer. That's a powerful thing when you do it the proper way. Go ahead, let's get it real quick.
The book of First Kings, chapter 8, verse 47. Yet if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captives, and repent and make supplication unto thee in the land of them that carried them captives, saying, we have sinned and have done perversely, we have committed wickedness, and so return unto thee with all their heart and with all their soul in the land of their enemies, which led them away captive, and pray unto thee toward their land, which thou gavest unto their fathers.
Pause. That's why we face Easter here when we get ready to pray. This is another major thing that I'm going to ask later on to sum it up. Because again, I'm going to go through a summary on what scriptures we went over, especially for the sisters. Because y'all got to know this information as well. You can't just sit up in here, take notes, so you can understand what's going on. So you can study for thyself when you are at home. Keep going up.
The city which thou hast chosen.
Yep.
And the house.
What city has he chosen? Akim. I know y'all know. I know y'all know. I want them to answer tonight. Because we in a how can I say, Purim, where a righteous woman did something for us. So I want to see the righteous women that's in here answer these questions. Done? All right. The women in here righteous, right? Darn, y'all don't sound confident. Are y'all confident that y'all righteous? What makes you righteous? Keeping the commandments? Where can I find that at? Where can I find that at? What makes you righteous? Athea. What makes you righteous?
Deuteronomy 6:25.
Come. Let's get that. Deuteronomy 6:25.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness.
It shall be what?
And it shall be our righteousness.
Go ahead.
If we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our power, as he hath commanded us.
And that's that. He commanded us to do these things. Who? I ain't gonna. But yeah. What's your real name? Your ISIS. Huh? Yapar. What gives us life? Huh? I'm gonna be just doing pop quizzes throughout the class, so we can understand what's going to make us righteous. Because again, when you're out in the world, guess what? Somebody might ask you, "Hey, why you got that thing on your clothes? Them frivolous things. What's that blue thing?" What you gonna tell them? That's for any sister right now. Sapari, yeah, you. Sapari, right? Where can I find that at? What's that blue thing on the clothes? Where can I find that at? You know why I'm asking you, right? Because you put the sewing class together, so you need to know where this stuff at as well.
Leviticus.
Don't guess it. Don't guess. Numbers 15. Let's get it real quick. So all the sisters can know. So when y'all in here doing your sewing class, y'all just not sewing just to be sewing. You know why you sewing. Let's get it real quick. Numbers 15:38. I know I'm jumping around a lot and I'm throwing out a lot of different scriptures, but still, we coming back to Judah. All these other stuff is just like pop quizzes, that stuff y'all should know. As sisters, a lot of y'all been in the truth for a while, so you should know these things. Let's get it.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generation.
How long?
Throughout their generation.
Go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Most High and do them.
Do what?
And do them.
The word do is an action word. It's a verb. So we can't just say it. We also got to be about it and do it. Go ahead.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes.
Pause right there. Why we shouldn't seek after our own heart and our own eyes?
Proverbs 14:12.
There's a lot of different precepts we can use, but we just want to clear it up with Proverbs 3 and 5. We just want to clear it up with that. So write that one down. Proverbs 3 verse 5. You want to read it real quick? You got it all right? All right, come on, let's get it.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Most High with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
So you don't got to, the Most High took all the work out for you. All you got to do is read this scripture and apply it. That's it. Any situation you come up against in this world, he got an outlay for you in these scriptures. And guess what? We just happen to be going over that on Wednesday. Shalom, Wednesday Wisdoms. Wisdom Wednesdays, however you want to put it. We got that stuff laid out. But y'all can come or log on and get this good wisdom. Let's get back to fringes real quick. So, Par, where can I find the scripture at?
Number 15:38.
All right, come.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 39. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Most High, and do them. And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a horn.
Keep going.
That ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your power. I am the Most High, your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, to be your power. I am the Most High, your power.
And he's summing it up for you. If you do these things, I will be your power. You don't have to worry about nothing. So when the armies come past us, guess what? You don't have to worry as long as we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. He's going to give us some water. Oh, you cutting the water off from us going down in the drink? Most High, let it rain on us so we can get whatever we want now. The Most High can do all these things if you allow him to. But you got to do something in return. Keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. It's simple. But some of us it's hard to do because we all fight our little demons. You can't let that demon win though. You got to fight it to the end. Let's go back to Judah. Yeah, 17 of Judah. Judah chapter 8, verse 17. Let's get it.
With Judah chapter 8, verse 17. Therefore, let us wait for salvation of him and call upon him to help us, and he will hear our voice if it please him. For there arose none in our age, neither is there any now in these days, neither tribe, nor family, nor people, nor city among us, which worship powers made with hands, as hath been aforetime.
So she's going over some of the stuff that she know what goes on in that community at this time. We ain't worshiping others. So why y'all acting? Why y'all a little faded right now? Why you trying the Most High? We doing righteous things right now. Keep going.
Verse 19. For the which cause our fathers were given to the sword.
And because our forefathers did these things, worship other gods, that's why they fell at the sword. When they went out to go battle, they got stuff hidden underneath. Most High said, don't steal that. They stole it and hid it in the ground. So when they go out to battle, now guess what? Everybody died and they don't know why. Because you got sin amongst the people. Come on, keep going.
And for a spoil, it had a great fall before our enemies.
Come.
But we know none other power, therefore we trust that he will not despise us, nor any of our nation.
Come, keep reading.
For if we be taken so, all Judea shall lie waste, and our sanctuary shall be spoiled.
So if we don't want to keep these things and do these things, that's what's going on right now. Our land is laid waste. The Gentiles is treading over our land. Our sanctuary is gone. But the Most High still left us little sanctuaries around for the remnant that want to come back to.
That's right.
That's right.
That's why it ain't for everybody.
That's right.
You got to be willing to do this work. Some people ain't willing. So you can't get mad and upset when that time comes. You wondering why, dang, why they leaving? I'm still here. Don't get upset. You know what you was doing. Keep going.
And he will require the profanation thereof at our mouth. Slaughter of our brethren, and the captivity of the country, and the desolation of our inheritance will he turn upon our heads among the Gentiles, wheresoever we shall be in bondage, and we shall be and a reproach to all them that possess us.
Do what?
And we shall be and a reproach to all them that possess us.
That's what's going on right now. We had little spurts where we did good, but all in all, we stiff-necked and hard-headed. That's in our nature for some odd reason. But we can fight that thing. Mashiach Yahushua came on the scene. He showed us the way. He gave us the knowledge. He sent the comforter to us. Like that dude, I ain't going there. Keep going.
Verse 23. For our servitude shall not be directed to favor, but the Most High our power shall turn it to dishonor.
Go ahead.
Now therefore, O brethren, let us show an example to our brethren.
Do what?
Let us show an example to our brethren.
That's what the Mashiach was talking about in Matthew 5. Let your light so shine before men. We should be the example to the other people that's out there. What's the light? No, brethren. No. Sisters, what's the light? Okay, where can I find it? That's a good answer. But where can I find it at? Because you might be out on the street, somebody might ask you for the hope that's in you. Why are you doing this? Because I'm the light. So what's the light? What would I show them? What would you direct them to that light?
Proverbs 6, verse 23.
Let's get it.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light.
What?
For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light.
Keep going.
And reproofs of instruction are the ways of life.
So reproof of instructions, meaning if you're going off somewhere and somebody correct you, all they're trying to do is make sure you have life. Because if you didn't know, you might get caught up. Some people, everybody, now I'm going to say this. We be eating Doritos before. So that's a little reproof. So those that like eating Doritos, guess what? You got to stop eating Doritos. I used to love Doritos. 7-Eleven over there, Doritos, cheese sauce, I'm all in. I'm all in. Made my own nachos and cheese right now. Forget you, movie theater. So, but once I came to the knowledge, like, dang, this pork in this? No more 2 for the 3. The cheese sauce, jalapenos, and a little bacon bit. Can't do that no more. Huh? I ain't reminiscing. I ain't reminiscing. I'm just saying, you know, once it comes to the knowledge, you gotta stop it. We all at one point didn't know this stuff. And more we grow in the spirit, guess what? You know better, you do better. Let's keep going.
Book of Judith, chapter 8, verse 24. Now therefore, O brethren, let us show an example to our brethren, because their hearts depend upon us.
What?
Because their hearts depend upon us.
Y'all heard that right there? Their hearts depend upon us. So all the little sanctuary that's spread about in all these different schools, guess what? The other occupants that don't know this truth yet, they depend on us. Ain't just for the men, also the sisters. This is a sister talking right now. And she said, our brethren depend on us. So what's more for y'all to do? In a sense, it's time to step it up. Keep going.
And the sanctuary, and the house, and the altar rest upon us.
What?
And the sanctuary, and the house, and the altar rest upon us.
She just laid it all out for you. Everything depends on us right now. And this is a sister talking to men of Israel, let them know, hey, so that means, and this is dealt with and also in marriage. If a man and a woman are together and a man is going off, guess what? That sister can let them know, hey, you going off. Don't you know? You gotta get right. Yeah, everything is done in respect and in order, but again, everything comes down to these scriptures. It's all based on keeping this law if you want life.
That's right.
Keep going.
Verse 25.
Uh-huh.
Moreover, let us give thanks to the Most High, our power, which trieth us, even as he did our fathers.
So this is it's a trying stage, meaning going through that fire. This is the what is it? Trial test? How we gonna put it? Trial, right? Going through that fire. That means all the knowledge, wisdom I gave you. How you gonna operate right now? What are you gonna do? You got the wisdom. Now how you gonna operate? Well, it's like it. You got the knowledge. So how you gonna apply your wisdom? Keep going.
Verse 26.
Uh-huh.
Remember what things he did to Abraham, and how he tried Isaac, and what happened to Jacob in Mesopotamia of Syria, when he kept the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother. For he hath not tried us in the fire, as he did them, for the examination of their hearts, neither hath he taken vengeance on us. But the Most High doth scourge them that come near unto him, to admonish them.
So, and that's what it's all about. When you're trying to admonish something, you're trying to clear it. Get rid of them impurities. We past that age right now. That's why we in this day and age. Our forefathers are messed up. And it's up to us to come back and keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Right. And show the rest of the generation that we can do it right. We can be perfect. Right. Who here think they can't be perfect? Raise your hand. I saw heads go up and they thought, should I raise my hand? Can you be perfect? Yes or no? What scripture say you can be perfect?
19:7 and 5:48.
You call them not two of them? Let's see. Get one of them.
Book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
Who spoke the words? What color is written in?
Red.
That's letting me know Christ told us we can be perfect. So if somebody tell you out in the street, you can't be perfect, no one can keep all the laws, guess what you direct them to? What Christ said. And where will we find that at? Don't say it. Sisters, where will we find it at? I'm about to say we read it. All you got to do is look down and see. Matthew 5:48. Keep going. That's it. No, that's it on that. You got another one?
Deuteronomy 18 and 13.
Let's see what it says.
Real quick here. Yeah, that's the law.
Let's get it.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 13. Thou shalt be perfect.
What?
Thou shalt be perfect.
Wait a minute. You can't be perfect.
Thou shalt be perfect with the Most High, thy power.
That's it.
For these nations which thou shalt possess.
What?
For these nations which thou shalt possess.
So if you want to possess a kingdom, guess what you got to be? Perfect. You got to be what? Hold on. Am I talking to one person? Or am I talking to everybody? What we got to be?
Perfect.
Kind. That's what I want to make sure y'all alive in here, and not just going through the motions. We done went through the motions before. That's how we ended up in captivity. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Deuteronomy 28:47, because they think it's a joke. Is it 28:47? Joyfulness. The joyfulness in your heart. Are y'all joyful right now? Are you joyful right now? Are you joyful right now? All right. Come on now. Let's get it real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Most High thy power with joyfulness.
With what?
With joyfulness.
Are y'all joyful? All right.
And with gladness of heart.
This ain't a terrible thing that y'all hear, right? Who happy to be here right now?
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's right.
Darn, some people ain't raising their hands. Some people ain't. I guess everybody ain't happy to be here. Oh man. Hey, we can only warn you. That's all I can say. Keep going up.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Most High thy power with joyfulness.
And this was because we didn't want to do it with joyfulness in our heart. We didn't want to do these things with gladness. We did it grudgingly. Like, oh man, it's the Sabbath. Wow. No, y'all got to be happy. Oh, it's the Sabbath. Who be excited about the Sabbath? Okay, if you're excited, I need to see y'all here early though. Yeah, that's how you know when you're real joyful. You at the door like, where you at? Where you at? I want to be there. Talk about where you at. You taking too long. We need to get them phone calls. I've been out here since 8 o'clock this morning. I woke up happy to be here. But you can't do it. Hey, I'm just saying. You know me, y'all trying to call me the veteran, but hey, I'm just calling it how I see it. I want to see everybody here before me. Get here before Yuckinun at least. Yuckinun coming from West Palm Beach, and he always said, I'm coming from West Palm, and I made it here before you. So that's all I'm saying. We got to do this thing joyfully. We got to be happy that he woke us up in these last days. Because the Christian church, when y'all was in that, y'all was clapping and singing and dancing and catching spirits and all kind of stuff. Brew 404. Oh, let's go ahead. Let's get it real quick. Because I'm trying to make sure y'all joyful to be here tonight.
The book of Purim, chapter 4, verse 4. O Israel, happy are we.
What?
Happy are we.
Are y'all happy? Dang, I keep hearing it from this side in this little section. Are y'all happy? Okay, man. I can deal with class participation. Let's get it.
Purim, chapter 4, verse 4. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us.
What was made known unto us that pleases the Most High? No. Naomi, what was made known unto us? No, not happiness. Now, how we know he gave us the law, statutes, and commandments?
That's part 2.
Yes. Because you got to be ready to answer these questions when you're out there. Yeah. Class is only but for so long. No, this ain't no good. You got a phone a brother. There you go, phone a brother. What you got?
Deuteronomy 7:6. Y'all have chosen me to be a special people.
But what he gave us.
Oh, what he gave us.
That we know what pleases him. What pleases him?
The service in him, the covenant that he made with our forefathers.
Go ahead, Amwan. Wait. I got a sister with her hand up in the back. Come on, sis. Don't stand up because I know you ain't. Just screaming out loud. Come on, I ain't sending her text messages. Baruch ain't sending her no text messages. All right. Let's get it. Psalms chapter 147, 19 and 20. This is what was made known unto us that pleases the Most High. Let's get it.
Psalms chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word.
Yeah, what?
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Most High.
Do what?
Praise ye the Most High.
And that's what we in here to do. Praise the Most High. This is what makes him happy. It was made known unto That's what pleases him. So if you want to please the Most High, keep the commandments. Who I'm gonna get? I'm one. Sister, new sister. Yeah, don't turn your head. What's the name?
Nazami.
Nazamia. What brings us life? Okay, what? Huh? Con. Again, pop quiz, so I hope y'all taking notes. Because when you get called on, all you should be able to do is look down at your notes and say it. Let's get back to Judith real quick so we can wrap this thing up. That's where we at, verse 27. Yeah. All right, let's get it.
With Judith, 27. With Judith, chapter 8, verse 27. For he hath not tried us in the fire, as he did them, for the examination of their hearts. Neither hath he taken vengeance on us, but the Most High doth scourge them that come near unto him to admonish them.
Go ahead.
Then said Osias to her, all that thou hast spoken with a good heart.
With a what?
With a good heart.
Go ahead.
And there is none that may gainsay thy words.
So they couldn't go against it because she came straight from the scriptures, and we jumped on most of them scriptures she was talking about. Keep going.
For this is not the first day wherein thy wisdom is manifested.
Pause. That's letting them know. That's telling you like, hey, this ain't the first time you had to come shoot us some wisdom, because in a sense we was going on. It's like, you know, this a righteous sister who fasted during her widow days. Keep going.
But from the beginning of thy days, all the people have known thy understanding, because the disposition of thine heart is good. But the people were very thirsty,
and he came right back. But they was thirsty though, so this is why we did this. That sounds like Aaron. The people was upset so long. Give us some earrings, we can make calves. Keep going.
And compelled us to do unto them as we have spoken, and to bring an oath upon ourselves, which we would not break.
Pause. Now, and again, just let you know how history repeats itself in a sense. There's nothing new under the sun. Our forefathers did it on Mount Sinai with the calf, and we're doing it again here. And it was all over some water that falleth freely from the sky. Keep going.
Therefore, now pray thou for us, because thou art a good godly woman.
Do what?
Therefore, now pray thou for us, because thou art a godly woman.
Pause right there. Another tidbit. What scripture can I find that tells us, I'm going to recite it. Pray ye one for another, that ye may be healed. Confess your faults one to another. Go ahead, let's turn to it. Because this is going to be in y'all, so, as I say, AK, these are bullets you load up in your gun. Your ammo. Yeah, James 5:16. Let's get it. Now, this let you know that before the New Testament was here, they already had this knowledge of what we should be doing. You got it up? Read that.
James chapter 5, verse 16. Confess your faults one to another.
And they confess their faults. And they say, yeah, you chose the true word right there. Keep going.
And pray one for another.
And that's what we should be here doing. Praying one for another. Go ahead.
That ye may be healed.
That we what?
That ye may be healed.
All right, let's get back to Judith real quick. Verse 31.
Book of Judith, chapter 8, verse 31. Therefore, now pray thou for us, because thou art a godly woman, and the Most High will send us rain to fill our cisterns. And we shall faint no more.
Go ahead.
Then said Judith unto them, and I will do a thing which shall go throughout all generations.
Pause. Now, she just told them to do that. I'm going to do that for you, but I'm about to do something that's going to be rain through all generations. That's why we got the story of Judith. This is going to rain through all our generations, so we can read what the thing Judith did. Keep going.
Which shall go out throughout all generations to the children of our nation. Ye shall stand this night in the gate, and I will go forth with my waiting women in the days that ye have promised to deliver the city to our enemies. The Most High will visit Israel by mine hand.
By who hand?
By my hand.
So we always had saviors in Israel. So when they say, oh, there's no savior but the Most High, come. But he always sending us a savior. And that ultimate savior is who? Who? One more time. Why is only sisters? I gotta get some participation. Y'all looking sad over there. You gotta get it. Don't say that. Who is our savior? Who? Why y'all saying Yahushua? Why y'all not saying Jesus? I caught y'all fall with that one, didn't I? They snort like. Finish it off.
Verse 34. But inquire not ye of mine act, for I will not declare it unto you till the things be finished that I do. Then said Osias and the princes unto her, go in peace, and the Lord be before thee, to take vengeance on our enemies. So they returned from the tent and went to their wars.
Now, I will sum up what happens to the rest of the story, but this is a good story for you guys to read, especially the sisters. Because once you read to finish the story off on what she did, that should energize y'all a little bit more on, oh, I got to be a righteous sister. I got to put this work in. So just to go over a little bit of highlight what we went over. Micah Olive. Micah Olive ain't here? Well, I'm going to speak to young Micah Olive. Don't hold your head down. I can't remember your name.
Lavender.
What's her name?
Lavender.
Lavender. Oh, Lavender. Con, Lavender. Where can I find fringes at in the scriptures? Huh? Okay. Okay, 1538. All right, con. Yeah, since you over there talking, Cora, you showed up late. So since you showed up late, what scripture says we should pray one for another? Yeah. She was here when I said that. That's why I said that.
You got facts, brother?
Naomi, you got that? Connie, I was about to call on you next too. Who's sitting behind you, sis? Her? What question? What question? Abigail. Okay, Connie. Okay, Abigail. Sis, what's the like? Come on. Go ahead. She done gave you the answer.
Proverbs 6:23.
Come. Sister Tabitha. What story we just went over? Come. Sister sitting next to you. No, that's not. With the red on. Huh? What gives us life, sis? Huh? Yes, it's the commandments, but where can I find it at? Come.
What was the law given to?
I'm gonna get that one next, so I won't answer that.
In the Old Testament.
I'm gonna come back to Lavender. Don't say no. Who was the law given to, Lavender? Huh? I can't hear you. Okay, what scripture? Huh? Con. What's the name again?
Nazamia.
Yep, Nazamia. Don't hold your head there. What's the other one? Saints. Who are the saints? Where can I find it at?
147.
La'a. I heard you say 147:19. La'a.
Romans 1:7. No.
Where you get that from?
Daniel 7 and 8.
Loud.
Psalm 130 and 8.
Let's see what Psalms 130 and 8 say. I don't know about it. That's it. You saw it. That was it.
Psalms 148. 148.
What verse?
14.
That's right.
But I see you got yours. You sharpening your sword, con. So the sister class, guess what? In sewing class, guess what you can do? Helping everybody sharpen their sword.
Give it a finale question. Bonus question.
Bonus question? Okay, this is the bonus question. I didn't go over this, but since y'all been Israelites for a while, you should know this. Why you don't say Jesus?
That's not his name. No.
In a sense, con. But what nationality was Jesus? What was his nationality?
Greek.
What?
Hey, he's wrong.
First thing is true.
Paul. Relax. We ain't talking. Relax. So we can get some understanding on this. And that's for the sisters anyway. So again, sisters, why we don't say the name Jesus? First, what was Jesus, Hamashiach Yahawashah nationality? He was a Hebrew, right? From what tribe? Judah. Okay. Now, if he was a Hebrew, he was from the tribe of Judah. Why we don't call him Jesus? So that's why we don't call him Jesus. Don't got nothing to do because that Caesar Borgia or any of that. It's the fact that the letter J wasn't invented until the 1500s. So if you look at one of these Bibles, there's no J in this Bible right here. It's only I's. So we resort back to the Hebrew tongue and we use Hamashiach Yahawashah. So when we say our prayers up, we go through the Lashon Kodash, which is the ancient Hebrew. All right? And with that, that's going to be the end of class. The Most High hand. Hopefully everybody was enlightened tonight. Throughout the night, if y'all still stay here, I'm going to be going around asking questions and see if you still remember. I ain't going to stop here. This ain't going to be the last night. So at any given time, I can ask a question. Y'all got to be sharp with your skills. And know, oh, you sitting there, Kadash, sister. I ain't asking you nothing. Yeah, I'm going to ask you a question before we end it out. Because you've been sitting there like, hope you don't call me. What's wrong tonight?
The white man be saying?
A simple one. What is the light? All right, where would I find that?
Proverbs 6 and 23.
Oh, come. What is righteousness? Okay, where would I find that at?
You gotta ask that brother question too.
No, but I heard somebody whispering it to you. Two verses off. So what it would be? Come. You want to say a prayer for us? All right, and real quick, some announcements. As you know, the Passover is coming up. Single, $50. Family, what, 100, 150? 100. For now. It might decide. So if you get it in now, you can get that 50 and lock that $50 and $100 in. If you wait too long, it might be 75 and 125. Yeah. I'm gonna throw that out there like that and see if everybody can lock theirs in now. We already got the place. It's at in Margate. Gold Choice Ballroom. There you go. On 441. Shalom.
the announcements for the classes throughout the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, come.
A measurement is going to be done for the garments?
Measurement is going to be done for the garments. I'm going to get with the elders, see when how we're going to get them done, how we're going to get them measured up. We put it on the WhatsApp, the colors we're wearing. So, who got it? Jamar here? Jamar not here? Somebody repost it again. Let's say this and repost the picture on the WhatsApp. Again, Wednesday Wisdoms. It's a powerful class you should be attending. You should be doing it joyfully and gladness of heart to get this wisdom in. Minister Shalimar goes over that class. We start at 7, ends at 9. So since y'all here tonight and it's a little bit past 9, I mean you can make it tomorrow as well. Thursday is for the men that's in here, soldiers class. 9 to 11 or 8 to 10, somewhere up in there. Well, we try to get here at 8. Sometimes we stay to 11. We go over to Hebrew so we can learn our language, go back to the ancient tongue. Friday with the elder going over history. Starts around 8 o'clock to 10. We try to get it in early from 7 to 9 so we can get it going. Saturday or the Sabbath day, 12:30. And like I said before, hopefully when we get here at 12:30, a couple people been standing outside an hour like ready to get it in. Going over their scriptures, happy to be here. Not doing it grudgingly. And as you know, we do that to about 4 or 5 o'clock. We have a break, so bring a snack. Because again, what kind of day is that day? No, sisters. What kind of day that is on the Sabbath day?
Feast day.
A what day?
Feast day.
Kind. So as y'all know, soldiers, bring something to eat, bring some water, so we can be feasting and having a great time. Shalom. Grab Shalom for me, Bartholomew. Tell Shalom to come on, so you can send the prayer up for us. Shalom. Send a prayer up for us, minister of this school. Do how you always do.
Check. Are you done quizzing the people? Since you've been all tested and quizzed up, I'm not going to say too much. We're going to say, Admadna will point out Yerushalayim, stand and face Jerusalem, and the set of his prayers. Close out the service. Hallelujah! 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 Who's the power? Yahweh! Who's the power? Yahweh! I assume Yahweh! I assume Yahweh! Holy, holy, holy! Holy, holy, holy! Is the name? Is the name? Yahweh! Yahweh! Holy, holy, holy! Holy, holy, holy! Is the name? Is the name? Hamashiach! Yahweh! Come on, Yahweh! Yahweh! Come on, Yahweh! Come on, Yahweh! Come on, Yahweh! Come on, Mashiach Yahweh! Come on, Mashiach Yahweh! Come on, Mashiach Yahweh! Come on, Mashiach Yahweh! Come on, Yeshurala! Come on, Yeshurala! Come on, Yeshurala! Come on, Yeshurala! Barakatei Yahweh! Barakatei Yahweh! Ma'ashem! Mashiach! Yahweh! Yahweh! Alanawa! Purim! The water! Dunya! Amgashah! Yahweh! Ma'ashem! Mashiach! Yahweh! Barak! Rapah! Wakazak! Ramadan! Masma'al! Akim! Akwakim! Amgashah! Yahweh! Ma'ashem! Mashiach! Yahweh! Yachat! Shaitan! Yachat! Shaitan! Yachat! Kol! Right! Yachat! Kol! Right! Amgashah! Yahweh! Mashiach! Yahweh! Barak! Ma'akol! Nawa! Mashatah! Nawa! Vayayan! Nawa! Wakazat! Shata! Nawa! Amgashah! All praises be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the power of Israel. We thank Yahweh for giving us this feast of Purim in peace. We ask you, Yahweh, to bless, heal, protect, and make strong the children of Israel. We also ask the Most High to take away all evil spirits, all the workings of Shaitan, shut down all the works of the devil, that they have get no victory amongst the children of Israel. Heavenly Father, we also ask you to bless the food, the hands that have labored over it, and the mouth that shall receive it. And let this food be nourishment unto our bodies, as this word was nourishment unto our spirit, giving us all that we need to stand up in the last days against all the wiles of Shaitan, against all the fiery darts of the devil. Heavenly Father, we thank thee for returning our heritage unto us. We thank thee for the feast of the Purim. We pray that thou continue to return our heritage unto us, continue to wake our people up in these last days. For we know there's a glorious number written in the heavens. For it is written, there be 12,000 of the 12 tribes of Israel. And once that number is sealed, our salvation is not. So all this we ask Yahweh that he speeds up the time in these last days. Let everything that have breath praise Yahweh. Hallelujah. Let everything that have breath praise Yahweh. Hallelujah. Bahashem Masaki Hawashai, the one at the yard, Aman. Aman. You must have All right, so at this time, we want to do, we're going to play some music. And we're going to have, when the servers are ready, the sister's going to go up first, and then the brothers. If you have gifts to exchange, this is a good time to do it. Time to do your exchanging of gifts as we celebrate and we close out the Purim. Hallelujah! 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 All praises.
Oh, yeah.